Hello everyone, welcome to Tea and Banter with me. It's me, Mary Elizabeth. So today I kind of wanted to talk about collecting. In a previous video, I talked about briefly about being a collector and taking a test from the YouTuber Clutterbug, where she puts it into categories of bugs, what kind of bug you are, and I come out as a bumblebee. And basically what that means is that I like my stuff, and I like it organized, I like it neat, I like it clean, but I need to see it. I don't like it closed off where you can't see it. Some people like maybe to put their yarn in containers with covers and it's put in a closet, but it's neat, it's organized, it might be labeled, and that's good to them, and that's great. But for me, I want to see the beauty that I have, and it just works in my mind better for me to be able to see my things. But I also collect more than one thing, so that's where trouble can happen. Is how do you do that? How do you manage that and keep things clean and keep things organized? And that continues to be a struggle for me because I also don't fare well in chaos, in a mess. I like things kind of, it's more calming when things are organized and in place, but I also need that calmness of that visual view of the things that I love. So I thought I would start with showing you some of my teacup collection. It's not all. There's certainly other cups that I want to collect that I don't have. But I just thought I'd give you a sampling, and actually a couple of them might have a story or two, so hopefully it's a little entertaining. So I'm going to start with a little story. My husband took me out for breakfast. This was a few years ago, and we went to a diner in Wakefield, Massachusetts. I think it's called Harvest Breakfast or Early Harvest Breakfast. It's a small little place. They do beautiful homemade breads and muffins to go with your breakfast, pistachio, pumpkin, corn, all of that. So it's really nice. One of the things that they do is they mismatch their cups. You're not getting cookie cutter cups. You're getting all different kinds for your coffee or your tea. And it just so happened that the mug they used for me for my tea, I absolutely loved it. And at first I asked the woman where they got it. They couldn't remember where they got this particular mug. So I begged them to sell it to me. And they graciously did, and for very reasonable. So I walked out of there. Yes, I'm sure people were looking at me like I was crazy that I walked out of there with my tea mug, but I didn't care. So I'm going to show this to you. It may look just like an ordinary mug to you, but I don't know. I just absolutely loved it. And it's still one of my favorites. It's round at the top. And then on the bottom, it is signed, but for the life of me, I can't make out the name. Or I would investigate if there's more. I don't know if you can see that, but if anyone knows of this artist, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm sure they have other wonderful pieces. Interestingly, this is the only mug I have from this artist. 2 weeks to 4 weeks after this, on Marketplace, there was a woman selling a set of mugs. And it was an interesting shape. Excuse me. It was an interesting shape set. It was a set of 6. And she was selling them for like $20, something like that. So I bought them. I went to pick them up. And interestingly, I'm going to show it to you. So, does the shape look familiar? Only on this one, it's kind of a weird shape. Again, absolutely love it and use it all the time. but again, it is the same artist. Still can't make out the name. So if any of you can, these are really great quality, and I love them and use them all the time. I did message her back, but she received these as a wedding gift and has no idea who the artist is either. So I was out of luck for that. But again, if anyone knows, please let me know. But I thought that was very interesting. Within 4 weeks, I was able to obtain 6 more from that artist, all in this style. So I'd be curious to see if they have more. As you all know, I love books. So I'm showing you 3 of mugs that relate to books and authors that I admire. So this first one is from Amazon, and it's very popular. Whoever this is, let's see. It is the Unemployed Philosophers Guild. They actually make many different ones. They've got one on Jane Eyre. This one is Sherlock Holmes. So I'm sure many people have this one or have seen this one. But I am a huge Sherlock Holmes fan, so I picked this one up. The next one I got was actually at the used bookstore, and I was surprised to find it, so I grabbed it, and it was $1. And one of my favorite, it's probably a tie with another book, but one of my favorite Agatha Christie's books is And Then There Were None. This is a standalone book, and it's a great novel. So don't know if you can see that. And these are all the characters from the book in there. So I got that, and I thought that was great for $1. And then another one that I got is one of my favorite authors as well, is, and I think I either got this on Amazon or maybe Etsy, actually, but it's called The Wisdom of C.S. Lewis. And some of his favorite quotes are on here. One of the quotes is, "You cannot make people good by law, and without good people, you cannot have a good society." There's a lot of great quotes on there, but. So next, I have, if you're not familiar, I've always been in love with things British and Irish, and I never understood why, but maybe it's in doing my genealogy, I found out that I'm mainly Irish and English, so maybe that's it. I don't know, but since I've been a little girl, maybe it's the books, because I've always read English writers. But anyway, there is a famous place in England called Fortnum and Mason's, and they have a tea room. They have specialty items for sale in there. I buy tea from there, but one of their mugs is actually from, and I'll show you another one from her, is from Emma Bridgewater. She is an English potter, and she made this especially for Fortnum's, and it's because on the roof of Fortnum and Mason's, they have their own beehives, or bee houses, they actually look like, where they create their own honey for sale. And so this was in honor of this, and it says, "Take me to Fortnum's honey." It's buzzing at Fortnum's. So let me just show you this. I just love it. Don't know if you can see that very well. And then on the inside, the words, and then on the bottom, just so you can see, don't know if you can see that well. And then the next one from Emma Bridgewater is her heart one that I just loved. And I usually shop her clearance. She does also have some secondhand where it just might have, you know, maybe one of the colors was a little off or something like that. But I do tend to have some luck with her clearance, which is what I got this on as well. But she has a lot of beautiful mugs, a lot about the coronation and Queen Elizabeth. She has holiday ones, so they're really beautiful if you want to check out that website. The next is Disney mugs, and I have 3 to show you today. This one is a Ray Dunn Disney Villains, and it is my Mistress of Evil. It probably should have said Mistress of All Evil, with Maleficent on the back, and I just love that. And I picked this up at TJ Maxx. Nothing special about it except for I liked it. And then the next one is Alice in Wonderland, which is one of my favorite Disneys, along with Peter Pan. They're tied. But there's a tea house, one in Connecticut and one in Massachusetts, and it's called Alice in the Village. And you can go there for tea, and they have snacks, and you can take some pictures in the Queen's chair and things like that. And they sell items. So this is one of the mugs I got. It is Do Something on My Roof on Rafters. What's wonderful about it? And this is the White Rabbit. It came also with an Alice one, but it accidentally got broken. I don't know if you can see that so well on here, but this is another good one. And then I'm actually drinking out of this one right now, so I won't tip it. I'm having tea in this one. And then that's another Alice one. My friend went to Disney and she brought this back for me from Disney. So it's kind of special because she thought of me. So then we're gonna move on to what I call my fancy teacups. They're probably not so fancy. None of these are really expensive. It's just things that I like. So this teacup is made in England, and it's called Colcott. And this is the teacup. And it came with a saucer and a little dessert. Ooh, sorry. And a little dessert plate. I try to have tea party at least once a month. I do have them more than that, but this one is called Royal Albert Mountain Provincial Flowers. And then this is the saucer. And then the last one to show you, to share, is Elizabethan from England. Oh, there's a glare, I apologize. And this is on the opposite side. And then this is the saucer. So that's all that I brought out to show you. Right now, I do have more. And of course, there's more that I would like to have. Or I'm sure there's more I might find as you know, you're out and about. So that's step one of my collecting. I would like ideas or what your thoughts are in organization and display organizing. Do any of you collect more than one thing, and do you struggle with display and organizations? If you do, leave them in the comments. If you have great suggestions, leave those in the comments as well, because I'm sure someone would find them beneficial. I know I would. So yeah, until next time, I hope that you are all safe, and I hope you are all loved. Bye.